Hi, this is Corey Chambers in Los Angeles. Your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it. Thanks for taking a minute to listen in. In a moment, I'll share with you some valuable information about this topic. Is it wrong to profit from the coronavirus crisis? If you see any properties that are of interest to you, let us know. We will gladly send you a property information packet on any loft, condo, or house, or we will arrange for a private preview upon request. If you have a home you'd like to sell, then you should know that I will guarantee the sale of your present home at a price acceptable to you, or I'll buy it for cash. This guarantee will allow you to buy your next home without worrying about selling your present home. To find out how much you can sell your home for, call me at 213-880-9910 now. So there's a lot to talk about when we're talking about the coronavirus and profit. Those who recognize opportunities are well placed to gain from historic wealth transfer. This is the real estate news. Amid panic, emotional turmoil, and economic collapse surrounding COVID-19, otherwise known as SARS-CoV-2, the LA Loft Blog has been supporting and encouraging readers to take necessary actions to defend themselves from extreme negative consequences. Everyone knows that the best defense is often a well-planned and executed offense. In the case of a deadly, or not so deadly depending on your view, pandemic, the viewpoint of the LA Loft Blog has been made clear. The cure shall likely be worse than the disease. The repercussions of corona panic shall create worse circumstances than the virus itself. Not only will the economic circumstances be worse than most imagine, but the health consequences shall be worse. Panic and its resulting bad choices by society shall lead to more damage and death to healthy individuals than the virus. The so-called experts have admitted that their numbers, statistics, and projections were wrong. So far, only a few of the panic-driven mainstream media have begun to admit that 99% of coronavirus cases called coronavirus, were actually due to bad health. They were linked, 99% of them were linked to pre-existing conditions and other existing ailments. These revelations add fuel to the fire and motivation to protect ourselves from the protectors, to protect ourselves from the protection that is causing the worst stock market crash in history, the worst job loss in history, and soon to be the worst depression in history. When we say worst, we mean numerically worse for most people in the U.S. America as a society does not need to let the total effects be worse than the Great Depression. As individuals, we don't need to let the overall numbers or effects be negative for us at all. With situations as powerfully sweeping, stratifying, society-altering, and life-changing as pandemic and economic depression, we have two choices: get pummeled or get ahead. The force of change is too great. Trying to stay the course is a foolish negligence. With an ethical question such as, is it wrong to profit from the crisis? We must look at all the facts surrounding the crisis and contemplate all the facts surrounding the profit. Up front, we can all agree that it is not always wrong to profit from a crisis. Doctors profit from medical emergencies. Grocery stores profit from selling more water in an emergency, batteries, toilet paper. Without profit, there will be no doctors or store for the next crisis. Likewise, without profit, each of us shall have no income and no way to survive this crisis or the next. The more profit we can make, the better we can cope with crises, and the more resources that we shall have to help others. There are wrong ways to profit in a crisis, and they're generally the same as wrong profit in a non-crisis: to lie, cheat, or steal. These acts are wrong in any situation, though perhaps understandable in love and war, and likely forgivable in an imminently life-threatening situation. Wrong behavior compromises character, integrity, esteem, and self-worth under any circumstances. Healthcare workers and the like are responsible for their profit from the virus. The LA Loft Blog is suited to be concerned with financial losses and gains from the impending economic disaster. Sticking to honest, ethical, and legal dealings, we can say that it is wrong to neglect our finances, and it is wrong to fail to help others when possible. That's why we must profit from this crisis. Go big or die. The profit from a crisis must be in proportion to the expected enormity of the economic crisis. The profit must be huge. When it comes to economic disasters, this is the big one. We can and must profit very, very big. When surfing a huge tidal wave, we must think big and go big so we can make it through the ride in one piece. When a beginner skier wanders onto the wrong place, accidentally ends up on the advanced hill, and then begins sliding down the very steep advanced slope, the beginner, who has no experience in carving or plowing to slow down, must stay up on the skis and prepare to go very, very fast without falling and getting hurt. The same holds true for this massive stock market fall, which has just begun. Financial panic, financial shock, economic shutdown, historic job loss, bailouts, real estate collapse, coming wave of historic bad financial reports from businesses, then more panic, further stock market crash, social unrest, more trillions in bailouts, collapse of fiat currencies, inflation, stagflation, major social changes, power struggles, military conflict, and further stratification of the middle class into rich or poor. For poor countries, along with the homeless and impoverished households, this unprecedented economic shutdown is likely to lead to malnutrition, permanent health damage, and death for people who would otherwise be perfectly healthy, namely children. Without wealth, there is no economy other than an agrarian, hungry, hunter-gatherer, hand-to-mouth economy with substantial disease and starvation. Without an economy, there is no food, no water, no medical care. Blight is a sickness of urban deficiencies. Wealth is the immunization against financial disease. Profits are the medical supplies needed to protect against and recover from economic collapse and death. Investments and assets are the stockpile of ammunition needed to fight off poverty and its resulting destruction. We all know firsthand that real money and sustainable wealth can only be created by hard work and determination, along with wise spending, saving, and investing. The latest top stock categories and investment picks have included battery metals, blockchain, cannabis, energy, gold, healthcare, metals, mining, technology, and e-gaming. The LA Loft Blog has been precisely correct when warning of falling downtown real estate that we posted and wrote about in an article in early 2019. We even mentioned a panic coming up, specifically a panic. At present, and we mentioned a crisis. The prudent wealth-preserving, wealth-creating actions include the following: downsizing, shorting bad stocks, Bitcoin and physical gold. Take advantage of the many unprecedented opportunities in industries that hold up and perform well during recession. These include healthcare, grocery, drug, and discount stores. New technologies that increase efficiency and decrease costs shall outperform. These include Google and all things internet, software, artificial intelligence, data communications, security, both physical security and cybersecurity, services to government, and, of course, video games. Up 2 million% in the last 10 years, with next month's Bitcoin halving. Halving. That means the number of new Bitcoins being produced will be cut in half next month. Coming fiat currency collapse and worse banking crises. Because of this, Bitcoin has been the leader and shall continue to be the leader in creating profits for years to come. That being said, we cannot live inside of a Bitcoin, so we'll always need real estate. before, during, and after the existence of Bitcoin. Profit equals paycheck. Profit equals next week's, next month's, and next year's paychecks. Economic turmoil causes money to change hands. Enormous volatility causes vast reshuffling of the deck. When the tide goes down, the water does not fall off the planet, and also during a recession, true wealth does not get erased. It only changes hands. Fake wealth gets erased. Low-quality wealth gets erased, but true wealth doesn't get erased. It changes hands. A shifting economy creates change at a faster pace. It benefits those who are in a position to identify and receive the shifting wealth for the purpose of properly allocating it to others. It benefits those who recognize these opportunities. A tsunami of economic recession, a cascade of crises, has just begun to attack profits and also to attract profits like nothing before in history. The stratification of rich and poor is accelerating. Those who fail to wisely, properly, and ethically identify and execute on the resulting profit chances risk being bowled over and tumbling into poverty and helplessness. Those who understand profits, recognize opportunities, and ethically carry out the right plans stand to gain like never before in history. Here you can get a free list of amazing historic Mills Act lofts with property tax benefits. Just fill out the short online form here and you'll receive updated Mills Act loft listings for downtown or other neighborhoods, lots of other neighborhoods. LA, Hollywood, West Hollywood, Pasadena, Santa Monica, Long Beach, Palm Springs, and other neighborhoods in Southern California. So, those who cannot ethically attract and manage profits suffer increasing misfortunes. I'm Corey Chambers in Los Angeles. As I mentioned, a property information packet on any loft, condo, or house is available upon request. Currently, to help out in the situation, we will go into any property in downtown Los Angeles for rent or for sale, and we will videotape it for you for free, and we will upload it onto YouTube for you. And after you take a look at it, then you can decide if you'd like to go in and take a look at it for yourself. And most of the time, we can help you to get in there and take a look inside the unit in person. And you can put in an offer or application at no charge. That's it. Thank you so much for joining us. Corey Chambers, your home sold guaranteed or I'll buy it. You take care. Bye-bye.